Hello everyone. Now we are going to learn the third lesson, how many squares. In this lesson, we will learn the concepts area, perimeter and tessellation. So let us move to the lesson. The first concept is area. The area is amount of space inside a shape. The space occupied by the shape is called as area. So area is the amount of surface space that a flat object has. Area is reported in the amount of square units. Whenever we talk about the area, the measurement should be mentioned in terms of square units. For example, square kilometer, square meter, square centimeter, or square feet. Let us find the area of this surface if each square equal to 1 foot. Now we are going to count the squares. So we have to count the space, right? So we are going to count the squares. Let us start to count the squares. 1, 2, 3 squares, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, there are 15 squares. So area of this given space is 15 square feet because it is given there 1 foot. Each and every square is 1 foot. Okay, side of each and every square is 1 foot. So area should be mentioned in terms of square feet. Now we are going to find the area. Could you see the difference between the previous question and also this question? Here, there are full squares and also the half squares. Let us see. Each and every full square should be taken as 1 square unit and each and every half square should be taken as half square unit. So, when there are 2 half square unit, we have to consider as 1 square unit. Whenever we are measuring area for polygons, we should use in these terms alone. So let us count how many full squares are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 full squares and 2 half squares. So 2 half squares make 1 square, right? So already there are 8 squares plus 1, 9 squares. So what is the area here? Area is 9 square units. Now we are going to learn how to compare the areas of given shapes. See that here shapes are given. Each and every shape's area is given. We have to count. So what is the area of shape A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 squares. What is the area of shape B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 squares. Like that. What is the area of shape C? It's 8 squares. Shape D is 4. Shape E is 12. Now we are going to compare the squares. Area of the shapes. Okay, which shape has the greatest area? Which shape has the greatest area? You have to check which has more squares. So here shape E has more squares. So shape E has the greatest area. Which shape has the smallest area? Now we have to check which has very less number of squares. Shape D has very less number of squares. So shape D is the smallest area. Okay. Now we are going to compare two shapes. Which shapes have the same area? So whichever shape can be differs, the area will be same, right? So whichever shapes are same in their area. So shape A and C. Both are 8 squares. So shape A also 8 square units. C also 8 square units. So shape A and C have the same area. Okay, children, a small question. Two neighbors are built swimming pools. this is what the pool look like. See here, family A build like this in this shape, family B build in this shape. They have built a pool in different shapes. Now question is, which family has the pool with bigger swimming area? So the shapes also different. So we have to check which pool has a bigger swimming area. Check it first. Family A, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 squares. So family A has built 8 squares units swimming area. Now let us count family B's swimming area. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square. So family B has built 7 square units of swimming area. So which is bigger one here? Yes, family A has built a bigger area of swimming area pool. Okay. Now we are going to learn area of irregular shapes. If it is regular polygons, if it is polygons, polygon means the shape which is with the straight lines. So we could use the previous terms. When we have to find area of irregular shapes, see here, the shape has straight lines and also curves. These shapes are called as irregular shape. This kind of shapes, the shapes which has curved lines and also the straight lines, we can say that it is irregular shapes. How to find it? For that, square which has covered more than half can be considered as one square. Just keep it in mind. Square which has covered more than half can be considered as one square. See that green color. So full squares here, green color square indicates full squares, so we can take it in count. Orange color, they are all more than half. Look at the orange color. So they are all more than half. So when it is more than half, that also can be taken for counting. Then pink color, half and less than half squares. See here, which are all there, pink color. It should not be taken for count. So we should not take it, we have to neglect it. If it is half or less than half, we can neglect it. So this is a way how to count area for the irregular shape. Let us count. So full square, how many full square? 18 full square. The green color squares are full squares. So 18 full squares covered. More than half squares are 7. Orange colored squares are more than half it's covered. So 7. So we can take it in count. Half and less than half. The pink colored squares are less than half. So we don't need to count it. Okay. So what is the total area? So area is 25 squares. Area of the given shape is 25 squares. Let us learn perimeter. Perimeter means the distance around the edge of a shape. A boundary length of a shape is called as perimeter. For that, we have to add up the lengths of the sides. Each and every side should be added to find the perimeter. Let us see. So, perimeter means boundary length. So, perimeter is the distance around the outside edge of a flat object. So, perimeter is reported as a total number of linear units. So we have to say in any units, it can be kilometer, meter, centimeter, or feet. So the unit should be the same which is given in the question. Okay. So perimeter is a distance around the outside edge of a flat object. Now let us find the perimeter of this given shape. We have to count each and every side. Look at there. If each square is equal to 1 foot, so each and every square side is equal to 1 foot. Let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So each and every side, the outer length should be added to find the perimeter of the shape. So when we add, it is 24. So what is the perimeter of this given shape? It is 24 feet. Now let us count the perimeter of this shape. Already it is given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there are what is the perimeter of the given shape? It is 12. What is the perimeter of the given shape? It is 12 units. The units can be meter or centimeter or kilometer, whatever it is. So perimeter of this given shape is 12 units. Let us find the perimeter of the given shape. See here it is given, the blue colored is given 18 units. Let us find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So perimeter of this shape is 18 units. The same way we can find the perimeter of this green colored shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So each and every box should be taken in count. So 24 units. So perimeter of this green color shape is 24 units. Tessellation. Now we are going to learn what is tessellation. It's a very interesting concept. Let us learn. Tessellation is an art, how to arrange shapes closely fitted together. It can be a polygons, it can be curve shapes, whatever it is, and it should be repeated pattern. But there should not be gaps and overlappings between each and every shape. So that is called as tessellation. Tessellation is an arrangement of shapes closely fitted together, especially of polygons, in a repeated pattern without gaps or overlappings. There should not be any gaps or overlappings. Let us learn types of tessellation. Regular tessellation, semi-regular tessellation, irregular tessellation. Let us see it in detail. Regular tessellation means it will be composed of regular polygons. There will not be any curved lines, only polygons will be used, only one shape will be used. So see here it is triangle tessellation. Each and every shape is only triangle. It is made with the triangles. It's triangle tessellation. See, it is hexagonal tessellation. Hexagons are fixing together. There is no any gap and overlappings between each and every shape. This is also square tessellation. So square shapes are fixed together without any gaps or overlapping. So they are all called as regular tessellations. There will be regular polygons will be used in the kind of tessellations. Let's see semi-regular tessellation. It is composed of more than one regular polygons. There will be more than one polygons. In previous case, we saw each and all will be same polygon. In this, we could see more than one polygon in tessellation. See here, could you see the green color triangle and purple color hexagon? Here, more than one polygons are used, so this pattern is called as semi-regular tessellation pattern. See in next question. In this, here two shapes are used. One is triangle and one is square. This tessellation is made with two shapes. So this is also called as semi-regular tessellation. See the third one. In this, it is used one square and also octagon. So there are two shapes are used. See the fourth one. In this, it is used square, triangle and also hexagon. So more than one polygons are used. So this is also called as semi-regular tessellation. Let us see. Could you see? Is it regular polygons? So they are not regular polygons. So but they are fixed together. There is no any gap between each and every shape. So it is called as semi-irregular tessellations. This is also one of the irregular tessellation. The one more example here, another example. So they are all called as irregular tessellation. So we also using the tessellation in our daily life. We are seeing in our daily life tessellation patterns. Let us see. Could you see the tiles arrangement? This is irregular tessellation. There is no any gap between each and every shape. There is no overlappings. So this is also one of the tessellation. See here, the brick arrangement also tessellation. There is no any gap between each and everything. See, we are using football. In football also, the pentagon is used, tessellated each other. So this is also tessellation art. See here the arrangement of roofs. This is also tessellation. See here the puzzles. Okay, this also comes under tessellations. What type of tessellation they are all? Let us see. The first one is irregular. Brick pattern is regular. Football is regular. Roof arrangement is irregular. The puzzle making also irregular tessellations. Let us see tessellation in nature. Have you ever felt it? See the skin of the snake, how it is beautifully arranged, the shells. So this is also comes under tessellation. Honey bee hive. This also comes under tessellation. See how beautifully the honeybee has built a hive. An orange. Could you see the tessellation in the orange? So each and everything is arranged very beautifully without any gap or overlappings. See, could you see the tessellation in pineapple? Yes. Beautifully arranged corn. You could see the tessellation in sweet corn also. So what type of tessellation they are all? The snake skin is irregular tessellation. Honeycomb is regular tessellation. Orange, you could see regular tessellation. In pineapple, you could see irregular tessellation. In corn, you could see irregular tessellation. Yes, children, I hope you have understood all the concepts. See you later. Bye.